Hey, this is Randall King, and you're on the road with my friend Britt.
Long live cowgirls, windows down, and won't get lost on the edge of town in a Chevrolet.
We've discovered something.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
This is my jam.
So what more do you need?
And now, a Kicking It with Britt exclusive.
Gotta Be Country Radio. We are here round number 7. Oh my goodness, it's crazy, and I love it because we have Coleman Proctor and Logan Medlin here with you guys just made out in the arena. You guys just made a world record for tonight. Well, you broke a record for tonight. Let me put it that way. So how was that for you guys?
It was incredible, you know. I'll be honest. A lot of times, what I like to do is I like to let my rope do the talking, and I let Logan Medlin sum it up.
You know, it was a great run. I mean, it was one of the fastest, maybe the fastest run we've ever made in here. We've been 3.5 before, but it takes such fast runs to win first in this arena, and it's been anywhere from 3.5 to 3.6 or 7 every night. And so whenever we backed in there, we were lucky enough to get to go last tonight. Finally got to the bottom of the order, and the cards were laid out in front of us, and we knew exactly what we had to do to be here. And Coleman just drilled the barrier like he always does and just let him off around there. Made my job very easy.
Yeah, it was a tight night of team roping. You know, last night we came off a great run. We thought 4 flat. I was certainly very excited about it. We got back in the win column, you know, even though we just split last hole. It was big to get some sort of a win and get our confidence back going the right direction. I think that's so important out here this week because it is easy to get your confidence rattled, you know, because there's a lot of highs and lows, and it's almost like you take a full rodeo season and you condense it in 10 days and you're going to experience all the emotions of your full year. You know, it's not always just easy breezy, and I think one thing our team does really well is we bounce back well, and we're a big time fourth quarter team. I mean, when they've backed us in the corner, you know, whether it was to make it out here to the national finals or in big time scenarios, we like to come from the back and we comes charging. So, you know, I'm looking forward to these last 3 rounds now of competition. This morning when I woke up, I knew we had big possibilities of being able to make magic happen, you know, and really come on. And I have a dear friend, Jess Tierney, who informed me that he read my entire bio and I had never won round 7. So I told him we were going to do our best to absolutely change that.
Well, there you go. I think you just did. So how are the horses doing today?
They're good. I actually switched horses a couple nights ago. I'm very blessed to have a couple horses that are good horses. And my old horse is what I'm riding now. He won Horse of the Year a couple times, 21 and 22, or 20 and 21. And he's kind of been on the back burner. I've had a younger horse that I've been riding the last couple of years that's been awesome. And I rode him the first 4 nights, and he did his job. And I just kind of had a stirring in my stomach that I needed to get on Drago. I've been praying about it for a couple nights, and I just had this feeling that I needed to get back on him, and that God was kind of pointing me in that direction. And he did good last night. It was the first night I rode him, and we went 4 flat. Like I said, made a good run in a very tough round, but came back tonight, and when I get on that horse, even though he's not probably what he used to be at one time, my confidence is at a all-time high. And so it was really cool to get a round win on that horse, because there's been times that I didn't know if he'd ever get to be rode back here again. So I'm just very thankful.
Awesome.
Man, I think Heisman's been great. He's probably felt better this year than he's felt in a long time. He's been very cooperative in the box until tonight. You know, I don't know if he felt me being tight or what it was, but I would hit the corner and he'd kind of slouch it down in the back. I knew our steer was very sharp. He was going to be trying to blitz us at the gates and trying to step towards my partner, which is going to happen in this arena a lot because, you know, we get to take such a very fast start that we tend to flush the steers to the right. So I really wanted Heisman on point. I didn't want any kind of hesitation from him. I needed him to be firing off my hand and getting across there flat, and we needed to be going, you know, towards the pin, kind of heading off, because we knew the steer was going to be stepping towards my partner. And man, when he finally did set in there, it almost took it down to the point where I had to relax enough that he finally knew I was ready, and then he was what he always is, man. He's a winner. He loves to win. The other night I ran him into the side of the arena, and I felt there was just yellow arena all over me. I felt like I was wrestling Big Bird, and I mean that sucker just spun on a dime and gets the flag for us. I mean, that horse is gritty. He's tough, and He's one of my best friends in the world, and I tell you what, that sucker wants to win just as bad as we do.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we saw your daughters in the elevator on the way up, and they were dressed to the nines, and they had their signs made for you guys, and so I think they're going to be pretty excited.
Yeah, that Stella's been on my butt all week about I haven't won first, and we don't get to ride the limo bus until we get to win first, and then we head to the In-N-Out. They're going to be dancing. It's going to be a party on the way to the South Point tonight, so I'm glad to. I think as a dad, the worst thing you can do is let your daughter down, and so when she's been telling me how disappointed she was in me that we hadn't won first yet, I was kind of glad to get that monkey off my back, for sure.
I can imagine.
Because, they only do that for 9 rounds. That 10th round, they just hand you that buckle on the way out, so I wasn't going to get the same experience. So I'm excited tonight. We're going to get to have a great time as a family. They've looked amazing every night. I've wanted to show my wife off and my 3 kids because, man, they have been dressed to the nines and matched up and look so cute. I'm just such a blessed man, that's for sure.
They very much do. Well, we can't wait to see you guys down at South Point. How have your kids? We didn't see your kids in the elevator. They weren't running.
Well, I don't have quite as big a herd as Coleman. I just got one. I got one little girl that's 4.5, and she's our world. She means the everything to us, and she's getting old enough now that me and my wife on the way out here, we're kind of joking like, well, maybe she's getting old enough to maybe remember some of this, because you ask her, do you remember any of it last year? And she doesn't remember any of it, and so it's like, man, I'd hope to think I'm back next year, but I may not. And so I'd like my kid to know that to know that remember some of these experiences, and so hopefully she'll be dolled up and she'll have a good time tonight, and we'll get to experience it as a family. My mom and dad are here, and
awesome.
And it's cool just to experience it as a family.
Definitely.
Hey, and I'll be honest, his little girl could go right on my herd, except she's so much more well-mannered than mine are. But, I mean, she's a little blonde-haired, blue-eyed beauty that goes right on. I mean, like, that's one thing. We have the same color horse, and we got the same kind of kids. They're all just blonde-haired, blue-eyed.
There you go. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here on Gotta Be Country, and we are so proud to see you guys back here in the winner's circle, and congratulations on your record.
Thank you very much for having us.
We've discovered something.
That was another exclusive with Britt Bailey.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
It's her greatest work.
COUNTRY, I'll be country till I die.
Being country isn't just about where you're from. It's about who you are.
I'm country.
Every day and every night.
This could be a podcast.
Well, there you have it.